push you back, you then can be like, hey, there's somebody already else waiting for you. CY comes in, right? But we are seeing once more the BP roll through for Game 2, and there he is, the most familiar beast on the Gorge. It is Zhongfei getting banned out again. Clearly something Nova doesn't want to play against, and clearly it's something that they feel like maybe they don't really need, right? But it's more of a detriment of Blacklist. And then we look at the side of Blacklist for their bans. The Dolly and the Masashi does meet the ban hammer, and it's actually going to be Ali going over to Golden Kite in Game 2.
Okay, I'm just curious if they're going to pick up the Ogren for themselves, because at this point, Musashi is banned out. That's one of the major counters, right? But at the same time, knowing Nova, even if they lose the Ogren over to the side of Blacklist International, they don't really care, right? They will have a different type of style. And once again, Diadea slips through the cracks, will go into the hands of Waypit, and this time we have the Wendy special, the Mai Shiranui.
Yeah, we know about the Blam special, but you don't need to know about that. But the Mai Shiranui here for Wendy is going to be absolutely frightful, right? I mean, if they can't deal with a Guan Yu, how are they going to deal with this lady that can backflip, the Kajuken as well, right? Just being able to just deal damage from afar. Maybe the Lady Shen is going to be the problem, right? And even the Dune. So Dune has had a good performance, a good win rate. He has the win slash for the knockup, and then obviously the Unruly Blade to try and get in onto the Mai Shiranui, but Muji gets the Lady Sun as well. It's the team ladies, bro.
Yeah, it's just a faster pace. I like this change, so I like the Dune. I prefer it over Ogren, right? At the same time, Guild's Benediction. Yes, if in comparison, Conductor of Souls, you get the heals, you get the shields. Guild's Benediction, you get the shields only, right? But the damage you can deal for Dune is slightly faster than Ogren in a team fight, and I like that potential. So if he manages to catch his hands onto Muji on this Lady Sun, it does spell pretty much disaster for the side of Nova.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of catching hands, they do ban out the Dharma, right? Even though it's one of Chammy's picks, I would probably argue it's probably the best performance of Blacklist last roster, right? Because we saw that it was pretty lackluster from the side of Golden Kite and even the mid lane, right? So Aaron on the Ganon mode didn't quite have the flavor that we hoped to. But Liang getting banned out as well as the Motsu. So again, another pick that Nova don't want to play against is the Motsu.
So what? Are we looking at a Guan Yu again? Because the Clash lane is still open, right? At this point. And for Blacklist, I think one of the things they can consider is the fact that a Byron could be definitely very much in their favor as well. Getting the Storm Strike, getting the Electrifying Charge as well. These are things that will slow the Guan Yu down. And of course, put a dent in the way that Xuan plays.
Ooh, they do ban out the Hanshin as well. So again, this Hanshin has been pretty much a prio ban in the last series and going into this one as well, because it seems to be a growing pick for these more mechanical jungle players, right? They're able to land the double knockup, they can scoop out of the team fight, they have the CC immunity from the ultimate as well, but it's actually going to be the Mai Yin coming through for Xuan this time around, and we've already seen one Xuan actually perform on the Mai Yin, so hey, we could see another, right?
Yeah, it's going to be an all-star performance, right? I think we have already prepped ourselves. Xuan has always been very consistent in catching people on the backlines, but at the same time, the single target isolation, that is one of Xuan's biggest strengths that makes Nova what Nova is today.
Yeah, I mean, pairing that with the Mai, right? So Wendy on the Mai, you're going to be able to kind of like single out the target with Mai Yin. You got Mai coming in, doing damage, being able to literally knock up and kick away as well as the Mai Yin. And then setting it all up is going to be Diadea, right? Waypit on the Diadea. You were right. The Byron does come through. That is a W for Kin. He does a lot of learning, and it's clearly playing off. But the Lianpo for Chaz is coming through this time as well. We've seen a little bit of a flavor within players' interviews, right, where they talk about the Lianpo not quite being as useful as the Zhongfei, but hey, maybe the Tremor Smash, maybe the Magma Slam and the Burst Ram are going to be what they need to get onto the Mai Yin, to get onto the Mai Shiranui, as long as they don't use the Tremor Smash too early, right?
I'm going to be honest here, I don't like the Lianpo pick. I think it's a little bit too slow for the lineup that Blacklist has gotten for themselves. We have already seen the combinations where, you know, we have the Dominator Shield coming out from Liu Bang and stuff like that. And I think that would have been a better combination for the side to play against Nova. But right now, in terms of pacing, because Nova is really quick, with the exception of the Ogren, everyone else has a moveset that allows you to engage, disengage really quickly. Lianpo does not do well in situations where people are very mobile.
Yes, I mean, you got to kind of try and choose the right target, or at least hope that Nova is clubbed together to make use of that Tremor Smash, right? So I feel like there may be moments he's able to pick that off, maybe get the Flash Tremor Smash as well. Oh, that was a little bit of a Dr. Zeus right there, but right. So going into Game 2 Gorge right now, Blacklist against Nova, which one of these rosters are you feeling more?
I'm just going to say I think it's in favor of Nova. And with the level of execution they have, with the surgical precision of target isolation, I
be able to do that damage, get in, get out, get on with your life, right? I think it's going to be super scary. You got to understand where Mai is going to be at all points. Like, this is the player to watch in this game.
Okay, but Blacklist, they have one important job. Now that you know the spear is pointed at your neck, break the tip of the spear, right? Make sure that Wendy doesn't have a good game. Make sure that Muji does not have a good game as well. Easier said than done, but if they can do it, then they have a chance of coming back into this series, tying this game 1-1.
Yeah, that was my next sentiment, right? It's easier said than done. So I don't think I would want to be going up against Muji and Wendy on the Gorge anytime soon, trying to stop and damage control of their Mai Shiranui and their Lady Sun. But hey, maybe Blacklist is up for the task a little bit more than I am because they have a lot on the line, right? This is the knockout round for them. If they lose this one, it is goodbye to Blacklist.
Yeah, and they'll start with a 3-on-2 in the mid lane. They want to establish this lead for Wendy.
Start this wave pit, just pushes them back, but both just kind of skirmishing a little bit in the mid lane. But okay, who do you think has the advantage going in just with draft alone?
Draft alone, I prefer obviously Nova, right? At the moment, they just have the immobilization to be able to catch out the Ali. We saw it many times in game 1, right? Where Chami thought he was going to be able to get away scot-free with the dash, but Wei Pit was sticking on him. It was a homing missile.
Yep, I like the draft on the side of Nova as well, but right now it's also about the execution, right? And I like the game plan from Blacklist. The 3-man in the mid lane level 1, that slows down Wendy's farm. Now understand, Wendy is not a wave clearer. He is a single target prio.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if Chami can win this 1v1, right? Because most times out of 10, we know that Byron goes 1v1 in the clash lane with most people. But Juan on the Mayin, and Chaz maybe getting caught out here. He just used the burst run to get away from the side of Nova. Is it coming into fruition just yet, the Liempo? Are we feeling it yet, Ken? Is the Tremor Smash hitting you?
Yep, I think it might. But once again, I'm just concerned about the timing because it's not looking too good.
Yeah, it's not looking too good at all. But I mean, if we're looking at this mid lane, again, they're just going to continue to skirmish on. They need to, nothing is really too dangerous, especially since it's not even 2 minutes in.
Yeah, not even 2 minutes in just yet, and we're already seeing a little bit of a gold lead going over to the side of Nova, right? So not too far ahead. Blacklist able to bring it back just a little bit. I mean, that's, I think, down to the likes of the Dune, right? Just now to clear up a shop, but right now, Nova are setting up a much better lane priority.
Okay, so teetering on the edge, right? Okay, so mid lane, we are even 4-4. Okay, right now, it really is the farm lane. Who gets that first kill? And at this point, first blood, right? If first blood comes from the farm lane, it's going to be a huge advantage to whoever gets it.
Yeah, I mean, even the same pressure of the game.
The first ram, the flash away. It's going to keep him alive with the Ocean of Tears connecting onto 2. Does a decent amount of work, but Golden Kite is going to be the first to fall. Wave Pit will get first blood.
Yeah, nicely played there by Nova Wave Pit. They're able to get the immobilization, set up the kill onto Golden Kite. But like I was saying, they're setting up that dominant farm lane, so this is a clear MO for Nova.
Yeah, so at this
they
point...
do have the knock-up. Hey, they're going to go for this one? No, okay, they're going to back off. Sorry, a false alarm there.
Yeah, okay, so at this point, Nova, they have the lead. Silver lining for the side of Blacklist International is the fact that Wei Pit is the one that got the first blood. So the Roam gets the first blood, he gets the extra gold, it's okay.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Are you anti-roam?
Yeah.
I am a main Roam, guys.
Yeah, you take the roam hero and so you take him in the other lane.
Mr. Roam KDA over here, right?
It's called Roam for a reason. You're supposed to roam around the map, but getting back into the game.
Getting back into the game, yes. We can kind of see that it is falling away in terms of the gold lead from Blacklist, right? So 9.1k to 10.9k, so still a little bit of a distance, a bit of shakiness from Blacklist in this game too. Again, there seems to be a lot of hesitation, right? And I think that's probably from just the power and the prowess of Nova.
Yeah, because the snowball potential on the side of Nova is really scary as well, right? Anytime CY has a lead on you, anytime Wendy has a lead on you and Muji has a lead, it's almost an instant kill. And right now, Muji is so close to that Eternity Blade, closing in at 4 minutes, a very respectable timing at the same time. So they don't want to allow that situation to happen.
Oh, Wendy trying to make the action happen, but misses his Kachusa, and he's going to dash away. He's going to be fine, but the Ocean of Tears did miss as well. If anything, this is going to be the next big fight. The Tyrants, Nova Esports, all 5 members looking to just kind of fortify. They actually do a decent amount of damage. They actually are going to go with the first grab, turning it around. The Tremor Smash knocks him up, but Chaz is going to be the first to fall. CY will get that one, but they did get Muchi. That's a huge win for them. BLACKLIST International continuing to stick around. They do have 4 members. Golden Kite is still up. That's the one you need to watch out for. Juicy trying to dodge this one. The Ocean of Tears not going to be able to connect. Flowing Side continuing on. The Tyrant is very low, and it looks like Wendy will get the Tyrant, and they walk away, and Nova Esports, and they get the secondary pick with Chammy one.
Bro, what was that? Like, honestly, we saw that Wendy was able to clean up shop, get the actual neutral objective, but then pick up Chammy as well, and they're able to get another kill on the side of Nova, so really clean play.
Yeah, this is why I say Nova's draft is really scary, because when you have the snowball potential, look, now there is no game to be had for the side of BLACKLIST International. Level advantage is going into the side of Nova, EXP advantage, gold advantage, now they have the items advantage as well, so everything going wrong, and this is instant access into the jungle, so CY is going to be unstoppable for the next 3 to 4 minutes unless BLACKLIST get a surprise kill.
Yes, unless they are. I mean, we saw it from the Tremor Smash, right? There is potential, but only taking out Muchi, yes, it was a bit of a vital part of Nova, but the way they're rolling through into these team fights, I don't feel like it was as much as it would
be. They're going for this one. The Death Precipice, they do have the damage, but it's a stasis, keeping Aaron alive just for now, but he's going to go down. CY gets the kill. Juicy's going to be killed as well. CY with a double.
Damn! What a fight into the mid lane, right? They was like, hey, there's no bards, there's no boundaries. We have the Orgrim with the Path of Passage. We can lead you through, take the T1 in the mid lane as well. It is clearly a Nova domination in game 2 for now. BLACKLIST need to answer the call.
Yep, and look at the repercussions for the side of BLACKLIST, right? So instantly after that fight, Golden Kite was trying to go for the split push, but instantly taken out. This was a nice 2-man catcher. Like we said, the target prioritization coming in from Wavepit, coming in from the Mai, coming in from Wendy have been on point, and it hasn't, dropped in standard since group stages.
No, yeah, the standard has not dropped for the side of Nova Esports, and showing this going into the T2, into the farm lane as well, just shows that they are just in it to kind of like, hey, come on, if you guys don't want to answer our call, if you don't want to try and face us, we are going to basically make you faceless. I mean, that's a bit scary, right?
Yeah, 6.5 minutes in, there is no objectives taken from the side of BLACKLIST International.
Oh, the Wind Slash, they do have it with locked up with a burst ram, but they're looking to turn this around. The Conductor of Soul says, nay, I'm going to take that one. CY will get Juicy, and they're going to continue to chase. They've got Chammy as well. They've got Chaz, they've racked them all up, and they've got 4 members. Golden Kite is the lone survivor left in the fountain.
What has happened to these two teams? I mean, Nova and Team Secret are just showing a completely different side. It's like the dark side of the moon, right?
I mean, this is what happens when you give teams rest. They did the research, they understand the way they need to play, and Nova Esports knocking on the door. The base is wide open. Golden Kite just trying to stay alive. Here's the respawn. Juicy still up in front, but Nova Esports are looking to disengage. They're waiting for the next minion wave to go in for this one. CY continuing to stand up in front. He's going to take a lot of damage, but Nova Esports decide to fall back.
Yeah, I mean, a great assault there onto the base from Nova Esports. Able to take the 2 high ground turrets, and they're not even stopping there. They're like, hey, let's get the consolation prize. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's keep that hype train, baby. Taking the T2 up into the Clash lane as well. And you can kind of see here that Chuan just trying to just get rid of any kind of comeback mechanic for BLACKLIST. And they're behind by 10k gold, kid.
Yeah, it's only 7 and going to be 8 minutes at this point, and CY doesn't even have the Blood Rage yet. So if, they found it difficult to handle CY, they're going to find him an absolute disaster to kind of fathom at this point. And moreover, Wendy now level 11. Aaron is nothing to him.
Yeah,
one combination, Aaron is gone.
I mean, a little bit of Kindo Fu quick maps. That's 3 levels ahead now, right? 12, he gets the Scepter Reverberation as well, so quite a bit of damage coming through from that item. Also, they have the Vanguards approaching both of these lanes as well. Magnus Man just trying to keep them away. Juicy taking a lot of shots right now. I don't think that's healthy for you, bro. Unless it's the ginger shots there Kin and Hall have been having for breakfast. Not me, because that crippled my heart. Right now, speaking of crippling, it's Nova coming into the base.
Yeah, right now Chaz is just rendered useless, right? He does not have too much value because he's going to die before he gets off that full duration of the Tremor Smash. And right now, the doors are opening. The light is dimming for the side of BLACKLIST International.
Yeah, the Vanguard's pushing in. It looks like it's going to be one final push. Nova Esports looking for their way way around. They're throwing out the Chusins, trying to kite them out, push them away. It looks like they're going to take the top V3, no issues at all. They're going to take this one in. The base is again now completely wide open. And here we go. How is they going to fight? BLACKLIST International are looking to take out the Vanguards, looking to go for this one. But Chaz going in. He looks to fight. The Tremor Smash connects onto 2, but he's going to be the first to fall. He is way too low, way too weak, cannot handle it. They have the one last Vanguard. Zwan still up in front. Chammy looking to just fight this one out, but he's doing some damage. But now Nova Esports fall back because they don't have any minions.
I think that was a bit of a Hail Mary play, right? In terms of the defense, not maybe any kind of consolation prize in terms of kills or getting anything from the side of Nova, but just to be able to say, hey, we're getting into the 10-minute mark right now, so they're able to maintain the 10-minute match record for now on the side of BLACKLIST. But Nova are so far ahead in the goal. They are 10 kills ahead. We always say that Honor of Kings is not a game of kills, but hey, it helps, right?
Oh, it definitely does. Right now, BLACKLIST International, they're just hanging on for dear life, right? It's desperate play after desperate play. It is up to Nova to really expose the cracks and gaps in between the BLACKLIST International lineup. And right now, I mean, the last play by Xuan, with the Get Serious, pulling them in as well. That's what it feels like for the side of BLACKLIST. They're trying to run away with this game, but every single time, Nova drags them back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them. I mean, they're able to take these dual neutral objectives at the same time, right? Tyrant goes down, it's a Shadow one. Shadow Overlord goes down as well. So now they're just kind of waiting to be like, hey, we've got everything in our roster right now. They have the Tyrant, they have the Overlord, they need the Vanguard. So I mean, they don't necessarily need it, but they've got it in their power. They're like, hey, we're going to throw everything at you for this game to win. And right now, it's looking like a bit of an overkill for Nova.
Looking to be an overkill. They're just going to deal with the minions. The super minions have arrived. This is going to be difficult. Chammy looking to make an action. Forceful suppression, but it looks like he's going to fall. Wendy blows him up. Too much damage. Chaz is going to be killed as well. And they've got 3 members. Juicy has to limp back into the fountain, but they take the base, and Nova Esports will take game 2.
Yes, Nova Esports taking a solid game 2. I would say that's probably even more clear, surgical, and concise than that game 1, right?
Yeah, this is one of the most brutal beatdowns we have seen one team perform on another, right? Nova Esports, they came to make sure they secure their place and to kick the loser down. And at this point, it is going to be a difficult loss to swallow because they had no way of coming back.
Yeah, no way of coming back. I'm wondering just like the psyche of this one. Now you're in a situation where you're 0-2. This is a insurmountable mountain that you potentially have to climb. This is going to be a difficult situation for BLACKLIST International. I think at this point, you really need to settle down this team.
Insurmountable. I think this is BLACKLIST trying to climb a mountain without any climbing gear, right? They're
it can be done. It can be done.
They're using their bleeding palms, right, and their fingers trying to climb up this huge cliff that Nova has carved before them. But that was game 2. That was a clean victory for Nova Esports. So only one more win on the board for the side of Nova, unless BLACKLIST can actually take something in this game 3.
I don't know. I'm feeling so stressed for them because at this point, right, if we take a look at reference to the first series, they lost two games because they tried the same kind of roster.
Yeah.
BLACKLIST has now tried 2 different rosters, 2 different strategies. It did not work out. There was no opening at all.
Yeah, but the third time's a charm, right? I think at this point, I mean, you got to throw anything at this one. That draft really didn't work out. I think they need to go back to the drawing board. It's going to be super important, especially as they move forward. Because again, your backs are on the wall. You must do this. But let's check out the highlights to see exactly where BLACKLIST International went wrong.
Hi everyone, I'm Yuhan, and I'm the official 2024 HOK Championship Observer. The tournament highlight of the day is here. 3, 2, 1, showtime!
Thank you very much, our tournament observer there, giving us these highlights from Game 2 between Nova and BLACKLIST. And we saw that Waypit was able to get the first blood right, so Kim was saying, hey, it's not the end of the world because it was given over to the Roam, but it was clearly a sign of the end of the world, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And one of the big things was the fact that Chaz was slowly but surely falling behind in farm. And as a Lianpo, they were counting on him to be able to get the perfect Tremor Smash so they could change the fight. And once he was under level, like look at this, level 6 to level 7 Waypit or Muji, the fight was just unbearable for the side of BLACKLIST.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about quick maths a lot with it in Honor of Kings, but a little bit of a geometry, right? So a circle is a little bit more harder to hit than a front line assault from that Unbridled Outburst, right? So That's why they're banning out the Zhongfei, because the Zhongfei is a lot more crucial. I mean, you can even see it in a straight line, right? We're already seeing it against Waypit and Chaz. The destined encounter is a straight line. It hits pretty much always 100%, and then sometimes you just can't quite land the Tremor Smash.
Okay, one more thing that makes this Nova draft so scary. They have the Conductor of Souls for CYs. He gets the heals. You have the Diadia coming in with the heals as well. Destined Encounter, refresh the heals. Yep. So there is so much sustain. And at the same time, Muji, I'm pretty sure later on we'll see he builds the Blood Reaper as well, right? So there's so much sustain and survivability coming in from the side of Nova. They have the ability to stay in the fights, ability to win the fights, crush you at the whim. How do you come back from that?
I mean, the coach already knows, right? It's like, mate, it's my draft.
He's not happy.
It's my draft. I mean, if he's not happy with only a one death game, bro.
I mean, that one person did die, okay? Right?
It's one too many,
also,
one too many.
it took a little bit too long, but let's talk a little bit about the MVP here. It's going to be none other than CY, an absolute monster. 506, 22% of the hero damage. He was always up in front, just being this nuisance, somebody you had to just basically just direct all your attention to.
Yeah, you could not ignore him, and you know that's what you should be doing, especially as an all-grim player.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the 506, the damage taken as well, which just gives dividends to the Conductor of Souls. The sustain that comes through with that skill is just crazy. But even then, 22% of the damage from the team. When you have the likes of Lady Sun, you've got Mai Shiranui on your team as well to get 22%. That's pretty surmountable, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Wendy with the Mai was making plays always up in front, just kind of poking and prodding and just pushing them out. It really helps with map control, and that's why he was able to kind of just like move around and push them back. BLACKLIST International were just sticking to 5.
So yeah, sticking to 5, but you can see here the itemization coming through here. A little bit of the magic pen coming from Muji here. He wants a bit of magic from the Lady Sun. But you can kind of see the 8.5 to Golden Kite 6.4, but the real disparity was really within that jungle, right? 9.6 to the 6.66. A little bit of a naughty number, but it wasn't naughty enough for the side of BLACKLIST to take anything from Nova Esports.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with Waypit's itemization of the breakthrough rule, right? We know about the immobilization. Once he got a catch, that was disaster for the side of BLACKLIST International. And you could see, yes, there's potential. The mid lane matchup, Aaron against Wendy, there is a difference in terms of the way that it's supposed to work. So Aaron wanted a more team composition, team synergy. Let's get you into the destructive deluge. But Wendy, 70,000 worth of hero damage. He was just doing it all on his own. Kachosens with the Ryu engines, everything packed into a punch and more.
Yeah, I mean, even this gold graph's exactly the same as game 1, right? The last time it was blue, now it's gold, yellow, whatever you want to call that. Whatever you want to call that, right?
It was kind of just going straight throughout. I mean, they were in full control. They controlled all the neutral objectives, pushed them out, forced them. Basically, you're forcing them to play their game, right? Which is Nova Esports. Nobody wants to be in that situation. BLACKLIST International have not found an answer, which is unfortunate for them because they're, again, down.